Welcome back to Aeons and Legacy. We're doing Chapter 3 in Search of New Power, and yes, the Nemesis had 2 extra damage on it from last time because I miscalculated using the new math. So instead of having 5 health, our Nemesis should really have 3 health, which means if Death Maiden gets to go, she's doing 3 damage over here. We'll knock the Nemesis out and we'll win. But we don't know what the turn order is going to be because I'm going to be shuffling this deck. So we will find out here in a second who or what is going to be going first. Let's hope the Nemesis doesn't go first, but it's possible. There's a 33% chance that the Nemesis will go first. Now, if Astria goes first, well, we'll just see what we can do. All right, turn order shuffled. Let's see who's going first. Oh, man. I've had not the greatest luck in the last 3 episodes, including this one. However, kind of did it to myself. I probably should have had the Nemesis beat by now. Oh well. So let's take a look at the Caustic Larva, which is not good because it's fully evolved. Unleash. Well, we're going to add 3 to the breeding chamber, 10 up to 13 health. That is not good. And then this is going to evolve. If you can't place a sticker, read E20. So we're going to get out card E20 and have a look at it. Alright, so here's the Caustic Larva story. It says the larvae have burrowed deep underground, infecting your camp from below. In the protected darkness, they forge a toxic cocoon for themselves, contaminating the air, spreading its sickness to new gravehold. Banish Caustic Larva, which I've done. Replace card E21, or place card E21 into play with the same number of life tokens, that'll be 10, on that Caustic Larva had before transforming. Do not resolve this minion's persistent effect this turn. Do not read any more cards in this deck until instructed to do so. Alright, so let's take a look and see what's been replaced. And that would be this, the Caustic Cocoon, which sounds awful. It's got 4 sticker spaces for evolving. Okay, persistent, unleash, gravehold, suffers 1 damage, evolve. Alright, that's what we have. So that's going to go into play with 10 health on it, because that's what the Caustic Larva had. Let's continue on with the Nemesis turn. Alright, and continuing on with the Nemesis turn, next up is the Tempting Offer, which only had 1 charge left on it, so it's going to trigger. Yeehaw! Alright. Power Unleash twice. That's going to add 6 to the breeding chamber, 13 up to 19. Wow, 19 health, and then the player with the lowest life suffers 3 damage. Well, Death Maiden's knocked out, so we have to suffer the 3 damage against Astria. Luckily for us, Astria is at 4 health, not going to get knocked out, but is going to get knocked down to 1 health. That is very bad. And last up is the Volcanic Pod, which still has 2 shields on it. Persistent Gravehold suffers 1 damage. So it just goes ahead and hits Gravehold for a damage, which means Gravehold goes from 18 health down to 17. Alright, now we have a card to resolve. Holy man. Accelerated Breeding. It's a power card to discard 2 gems that cost 3 or more. Okay, Power 2, resolve the persistent effect of the pod with the most life 4 times. Okay. Breeding Chamber gains 5 life, and any player suffers 2 damage. Alright, that's a 2. I don't think we're probably going to get to it, because we should be able to knock out the Nemesis, so we'll put the 2 on there and not worry about it. Alright, wow. Starting us off with a kick to the face. That's the Nemesis going. Let's hope this isn't the Nemesis again. But we never know. No, it's Astria. Alright, I want Death Maiden to go. Alright, over to Astria's area. I'll have her take her turn. Alright, Astria's got nothing in her open breaches, so she's not going to be casting a spell. She has Force Transfusion. She's got, of course, 1, 2, 3 Ether. She can't open Breach 4. So she'll just put Force Transfusion in 3, Fire Chakram in 2. She's got 3 Ether. For the 3 Ether, she'll get herself 1 charge. Why not? Can't spend the other 1. She's going to put her cards back in any order. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To get Ancient Calanolith, Spark, Fire Chakram, Ancient Calanolith, and Lifebringer. Alright, that's it for Astria's turn. Back we go now to turn order. Alright, all we need to do is have either Astria or Death Maiden go, and we'll win the game. Astria goes. Alright, Astria bringing up the win. How do we do it? Let's go to Astria's area, have her take her turn. Well, it's going to be a win. We're just going to fire off the Force Transfusion spell, which is deal 3 damage. That's all we need to do. That is going to deal 3 damage to the spawning horror. 1, 2, 3, taking it to 0 health. It's knocked out, and we win the game, but at quite a cost. Alright, so we're going to have to consult now what happens when we win the game. So let's get to that and see what we're doing next. Alright, so here's our Chapter 3 conclusion. If you lost the first game versus Spawning Horror, fight it again. We didn't. Be sure to follow the losing the game rules on page 20, so we don't have to worry about that. If you won the game versus the Spawning Horror, which we did, read the back of this card. And then if you lost 2 games versus Spawning Horror, read the front of L23. So we're going to be looking at the back of this card. So here we go. This is our conclusion, Chapter 3. With the Nameless Fallen, you are able to channel your power into the breach and force it closed. As soon as it vanishes, sunlight streams through and brightens the area. It is now safe to harvest the pods. The survivors line up to volunteer, eager to support their breach mages however they can. They pack carts full of the strange material and return them to the camp. Malistar is confident it has the ability to turn these remains into powerful tools. Read the back of L28. So let me get that card out and we'll do that next. Alright, Chapter 3 conclusion continued. The survivors are all overjoyed at your return, save Zassos, who is hysterical. You closed it, Zassos accuses. I know how to draw strength from the Nameless's breaches. I can save us. With their power, Brahma snaps at her former pupil. We will focus our own breaches as always. There is a reason it is forbidden to draw power from the Nameless. Zassos snarls and storms off, vanishing once again into the black portal, lost to the void. We don't have time for this, Malistar turns his back. On the empty ground where Zassos once stood, we still have a war to win. Read the front of L29. So let's do that next. Malistar spends the next week crafting the pods into powerful equipment tailor-made for your needs. Once Malistar familiarizes you with your equipment, he heads back to the forge. Open Insight 6 and place all rulebook stickers in the rulebook. I've done that. Place the equipment image stickers that belong to your character class, the picture, on your playmat. Already did that. Choose a first equipment sticker and place it on your mat. Where it says unlocks at end of Chapter 3, I'll show you that here in a minute on our player mats. And then you choose a name for your equipment and write it on that sticker. Then we're going to read the back of this card. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to take a look at Death Maiden's mat, Astria's mat, and then we'll read the back of this card after that. Alright, so for Death Maiden we put this little sticker on here which I guess enhances her staff a little bit. That's for her special equipment, and for special equipment she's going to have what I've called Ignite, which is at the start of your first turn of the game you gain 2 charges. So she gets to start powering up her Bug Smasher ability quickly. Alright, let's take a look at Astria, her equipment, and see what she's gotten. Alright, and for Astria I have again added the sticker here to enhance her little end of her arrowhead here. I've given her Forced Focus. It's at the start of your turn, first turn of the game, focus your breach 3 twice. So that'll help her when she gets her Bending Beam, I am hoping. Alright, let's take a look, continue reading the back of card L29. Alright, Chapter 3 conclusion continued. The surface holds many secrets. Mist returns from a scouting trip with a smooth pale sphere. She explains this gem can silence minions, freezing them for a short while. So we're going to open box C, and inside box C are silence tokens. It's part of the new rules we've added as well. Reveal the rest of Stop 3 deck. We'll do that here in a minute. Those are the supply upgrades. Upgrade the supply using these cards according to page 11 of the rulebook. So we're going to be replacing 2 of them. Banish all Nemesis cards labeled Spawning Horror at the bottom, including Breeding Chamber and the Pod deck. Banish the Spawning Horror Nemesis mat, and then you do not read the front of L30 until you're ready for Chapter 4. So last thing we need to do here in conclusion of Chapter 3 is to swap out a couple of our supply cards with new ones. So let's get to that and see what kind of choices I make, whether they're good or bad. Alright, so the final thing for Chapter 3 is we're going to take one of our supply decks, get rid of it, or sorry, 2 supply decks, get rid of it, and replace it with 2 others. We are going to get rid of the gem Ancient Kyanolith, which is just gain 2 ether costing 3, because we're going to replace it with this one from the new supply deck, Soothing Torporine, costing the same amount. Gain 2 ether, or you can silence a minion. I think that's going to come in handy in our next bunch of playthroughs. The next one I'm going to get rid of, I'm going to get rid of the Ethereal Hand, which is any ally draws 2 cards, costing 6. I'm going to banish that one, and we're going to add in a new relic, Void Mill, costing only 5. Focus any player's breach. 2 different players may destroy the top card of their discard pile. So we may be able to thin down our decks a little bit, ending up doing more damage. Alright, that is going to end off my playthrough of Chapter 3, which was In Search of New Power. I don't know if I did very well. Actually pretty crappy, but we'll see. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. This was Aeons and Legacy Chapter 3. Next time I play this game, we're going to be beginning Chapter 4. So thanks so much, and we'll see you then. And what am I doing next? I don't know, but hopefully it will be coming up relatively soon. So thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next playthrough series.